A big piece of the experience of a website, as well as the experience of social media, are images and photos. Photos are very important in being able to convey who we are, what we do, and why it matters. Photos that work well for websites are photos where the viewer can make a connection with the subject. A close-up photo, a photo with a very welcoming pose, like you can join in this activity. It's kind of like you're there because it looks like they're right by your side. A photo that invites you into a story, kind of like a photojournalistic image. Now, some of the shots that we typically get in our congregations and our UU gatherings is somebody who's up speaking in front of a group like this or looking off to the side. Those are not going to convey that emotional connection in the way that we would hope. So we try to get photos that do, and I'll show you some examples. Also, it's important for us to have photos that are high resolution, high enough resolution that they can be viewed at many different types of browsers and show up well, and that they don't have a complicated background that's going to get in the way of being able to perceive what's going on. Here are a couple of examples of people with standing on the side of love gear. In the picture on the left, you see 3 people standing next to some boxes that say love, and they're all kind of looking off to the side, and they're standing in front of a kind of a convention center garage door sort of thing. And I don't feel a connection going on. I don't feel a story going on. But the image next to them is a woman wearing a standing on the side of love shirt, and she looks inspired. She looks like she's doing something important. And it's also from a view where you can imagine being right next to her and turning and seeing that scene, sharing that experience with her. This image tells a story. This woman at the front is somebody who you can connect with. She's facing It's Enough, she's smiling, and she's leading this whole group of people marching with standing on the side of love shirts. And so this is a good photo, and it shows a moment in time of UUs doing something important. But notice that this photo draws our eyes to the left, so you would want to put it on the right side of your web page in order to have people's attention stay on the page and not trail off of the page. Here are some images that were taken at the Silver Spring, Maryland UU congregation by one of our ministers, Eric Martinez-Resley. And there are a bunch of snapshots of people in the congregation, and they're looking right at us, and they're making a connection with their smiles, with their eyes. There's a picture of some people in a meeting and around a table, but they're taken as if you're sitting right there with them. You can imagine being part of the experience of being in that small group meeting at the congregation. The people are right around you. So you see what I'm getting at with these. The photos are important for awakening the imagination of the viewer and helping them be able to imagine themselves with you and with your congregation. And a final piece is if your site has design elements that include text over the picture, UUA.org does, and the WordPress theme does as well, you need to be able to take pictures that have enough space around them so that you can use them closely cropped in a place where you don't need to have any text overlays on the picture, but you also have enough space to make a text overlay if you need to for your design. And just to show you real quickly how much pictures can convey, this is a website from the UU congregation of Urbana-Champaign in Illinois. And they took just 4 photos and very minimal text and created a brand new website last year based on those photos. Just watch these as they scroll by. You can see that they took care to make sure that the text was legible on top of each of these photos, which is a challenge too, because sometimes our backgrounds can change drastically. This is an important point to keep in mind when working with photos and text.